Hello, friends! Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this to my other pages. One is called Beauty by Rhea Hope, and then one is called just like Rhea Coleman. So I'm going to share this so nobody misses out. But make sure that if you haven't done so, you go ahead and turn on those live notification settings, which is up in the right-hand corner. You can just click those three dots, and it will ask you if you want to turn on live notifications. You'll say yes. And I'm going to pin my shopping link right here in the comments. And then we'll wait for just a few more minutes for everyone to come jump on, and we'll get started. But I hope everyone is having a good day. So for some reason, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm not kidding. I have never really been asked to do false lashes on my live tutorials. And for some reason, the last 2 weeks, I've gotten more requests to do false lashes than ever. I'm going to be 105% transparent. I think, in my personal opinion, I suck at doing false lashes on myself. I can do them on other people, no problem, no questions asked, throw them on, no big deal. But on myself, I have a really difficult time. So we are going to watch me struggle. Hopefully not struggle. To put them on. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. If I am having too much of a hard time, I'm not going to put them on. But we'll see when we get there. Yeah, I know. To be honest, I've done them on myself twice. So this will be the third time. The first time was a total fail. The second time I did them well, but they irritated my eyes, so I took them off. So today I am going to put on these crazy good ones. So we shall see how this goes. But first we need coverage. So we are going to do full coverage foundation. I've been talking with a lot of you guys about full coverage lately, about something in my hair. What is that? Okay, so I've been talking with you guys, like I said, about full coverage and what to use to get it. So I'm going to show you guys this routine, which was actually shown to me by my mom. Yeah, it's like a cute little jumper. I'm going to give you guys a try-on haul on Instagram today with Pink Lily. So excited. With some really, really cute stuff, including some really cute rompers that I picked out. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. Excuse me. Which my name there is just Rhea Hope. And I pinned it also in the description of this tutorial. So if you just want to click that, it'll take you to my Instagram and you can click the follow button. But my try-ons are always on my Instagram story. So if you're not familiar with Instagram, stories are basically short little videos, and you can skip through them, you can rewind them, and you can swipe up on them. And when you swipe up, it takes you directly to whatever I'm talking about. It's really cool. And I personally prefer them. I love Instagram stories. I would live on there if I could. Excuse me, but I always do my try-ons there. So don't miss out on those. All you have to do is click on my profile picture. So you go to Instagram, you go to Rhea Hope, and then you're going to see my profile picture up in the top left-hand corner. You're going to tap on that circle, and then the stories will begin to play. So make sure that you catch those today. I've already uploaded a try-on doing a styling for leather jacket. So that was really fun. Yeah, I did my nails myself. Not too bad. This one got a little wonky, but pretty good, right? I'm getting better. By the end of this, I might open my own salon. Just kidding. So yeah, I'm going to do that today. But now let's do our full coverage foundation. So first things first, I swear by a really good foundation brush to get full coverage. So on my skin right now, I have on two products. I have on my mattifying face primer, and I have on my setting spray. So I do this pre-makeup routine every single time, no matter what type of makeup, full coverage, light coverage that I'm doing. Ryan actually tried to do it, and I did the whole wife thing where I was like, I'll just do it. He's like, all right. So I did it myself. They all came out pretty good, except for I let the gel move too much on that finger. But anyway, So I always spray my face with my setting spray, and then I apply my mattifying face primer, and then I do my setting spray. So setting spray, primer, setting spray. I swear by this routine, you guys. It makes your skin so perfect for foundation. It blurs your pores. The mattifying face primer by Unique blurs your pores, blurs your imperfections, fills in your fine lines and your creases, just allows like a really great surface for your foundation to sit on top of. So it actually is going to make your makeup look even more full coverage. Sorry, my eye is like so itchy. Hello guys, welcome. Maybe eventually, Jacqueline. My brother's my tattoo artist, so I don't know. It's like when I'm a mom, so it's like whenever I do get time to myself, like would I rather go and get tattooed and be in pain? So I don't know, maybe eventually. How long do you wait after your primers? So I always do my setting spray, and then I let that dry, and then I do my primer, and then I apply that all over about like a pea-sized amount, and then I let that sit usually for about 5 minutes, and then I spray my face again with the setting spray. And then when that's dry, it's time to do our makeup. All right, so right now, like I was talking about full coverage, so one of my favorite full coverage foundations are actually a mix of 2 different foundations, and it's actually a routine that my mom showed me. She's in her 50s, and she's not like a makeup guru or anything. She grew up a tomboy, didn't have a mom to teach her how to put on makeup, so when she came to me with this routine, I was like, oh my gosh, you're a genius. But she loves it because she has combination skin, she has fine lines, she has some wrinkles. She didn't like that the Liquid Touch foundation seemed to settle into those fine lines, but she didn't like how thick of the consistency of the BB cream was. So she was trying to play around with what she had, and she mixed the 2 together, hence creating the most perfect coverage ever. It is so good. So this is amazing. I'm telling you guys, it's the best coverage on the history of coverage. So the BB Flawless is a moisturizing light to medium coverage. I'm using the shade Bisque. And then the Liquid Touch foundation is more of a full coverage. It's liquid dries into a powder finish. So when you mix the 2 together, you get this really pretty satiny finish coverage. It's hydrating. This does have a natural SPF in it, but you also get the full coverage effect of the Liquid Touch. So the 2 together is like perfection. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. So great for all skin tones, skin types, skin everythings. But if you have mature skin, it's probably the best option you could possibly have. So again, Liquid Touch foundation. And now I'm going to apply a little bit more. I don't really need a little bit more, but I want to show you guys kind of how much of the products I use. So I do about this much of my BB Flawless first because it's a thicker consistency. And then for the liquid, I'm just going to drizzle it right on top, just like that. And that was probably like 2 drops. So now we're going to take that, and then you're just going to push this all over. And then I'd kind of like sweep like this downward. And then this is how we're going to really buff it in. So and then I sweep underneath my eyes. I always apply all over my eyelids. Same with your lips. Get up by your ears. Really kind of everywhere. So the second coat, I never really kind of make sure it's perfect because I want to use my blending buds and I don't need even more foundation. So I'm going to take whatever's left on my brush and I'm just going to wipe it on the blending bud. Now, this is another product that is really, really crucially important. If you want your makeup to look really flawless and really smooth and really just last all day long, the blending buds are what you need. This is amazing. I already have the BB cream. Do you use the same shade as... So, the liquid foundation is in the shade Lace. The BB creams and the liquids run in different, like, spectrums. Because the BB Flawless is easier to blend. So, I use the shade Lace in the liquid and the shade Bisque in the BB Flawless. So, this is also a really great idea because you can actually mix 2 different shades together, obviously, and it's going to change the shade up a tiny bit. So if your foundation is looking a little light, you could grab a darker shade in the BB cream to darken it up. If your foundation is looking a little dark, you can use a lighter shade in the BB cream to lighten it up. So you can kind of play around with the shades, which is another really great aspect of using the 2 together. It's the same thing I've done for years. Spray, primer, spray. Nora listens to me. I listen to you, Carrie. Yes, this is my cloffice. That's what you do. Good to know we're doing it backwards. Love this combination too. BB and liquid, yes. Abby, I can't find, oh, do you use, okay, I already answered one. Let's see. Do you use the liquid brush with a, sorry, I should have brought water. What do you use to clean your brushes? So I clean them once a week, and I use a laundry detergent bar called Zote, Z-O-T-E. I'm actually going to clean my makeup brushes on my Instagram stories tomorrow with you guys. So if you, again, don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do so. And then about what brush I use with it, I apply my foundations with the powder concealer brush. So this brush is the best for putting on your foundation. I also really like the Kabuki brush. Both of them are really great because they do have like a denser like feel to them, so the makeup doesn't like fall in and you lose it all, but they do have enough motion to be able to apply it very nicely. So I use the powder concealer brush to put that on. And then now, of course, blending buds, you guys, are so crucially important, like I said, for making everything look super duper smooth. What's the difference between the foundation? So I kind of went over that before, Jamie, but basically the BB Flawless is going to be a lighter coverage, thicker consistency, and more hydrating. The Liquid Touch foundation is going to be a more kind of watery consistency, so thinner consistency, fuller coverage, but this one is good for like a matte finish. So when you put the two together, you get like more of the satin kind of glowy finish with fuller coverage and moisture. So it's all over the board, like better, amazing, perfection. 54 and I'm learning something new. Oh, thank you. I try to keep it interesting. Is this shorts, romper, or pants? It's pants. I love the Kabuki brush or the stick foundation. Yes, I agree. Do you spray the foundation in the Kudos this month? No, the spray foundation is not included because it's not in stock. It's in stock in darker colors, but not in lighter colors. All right, so concealer time. I'm going to take my Skin Perfecting concealer in the shade Organza, and I always warm it up in between my fingers, and then we're just going to apply on our under eye, and then wherever we like need extra coverage. So I'm like breaking out around my mouth, so I always use a little bit extra coverage down there. So same thing, smaller blending bud, and we're just going to start to blend this in. Now, if you guys have dark spots, acne scars, something that's just difficult to hide, the Skin Perfecting concealer is the bee's knees. It's so good. I love the shade Organza, which is the shade I'm using right now. It has very slight pink undertones to it, so it really hides dark circles incredibly well, and you can already see like versus my eyelids. So this was just foundation on my eyelids, and then I popped a little concealer on this side. See the difference? See how it really gives you a very nice flawless finish? It is amazing. So always make sure you blend it in really well. And then you can always use less of it. If you feel like it looks too heavy or feels too heavy on your under eye, you can always use less product. I kind of went in with a lot. But we're just going to blend it out with the blending buds. And I love that you get two. You get the large and the small when you buy these, which is perfect. Perfect. Just hopped on. Where's your outfit? It's from Pink Lily. I'm going to give you guys full outfit details over on my Instagram story as soon as I get off here. My blending buds are damp, so I always wring them underneath water and squeeze them till no water falls from them. That's when they're ready to use. The blending buds by Unique. No other blending buds are going to give you this smooth of coverage. I'm making a bold statement, but I stand behind it. I have used other beauty blenders by different companies, and they soak up the makeup or they make you look cakey or patchy. These blending buds, I'm telling you, are so important. By Unique, you get two. They're $17, I believe. They usually last me around 18 to 24 months, which is really good for 17 bucks. Okay, so now I am going to take a beauty blender from a different company. This is called Real Techniques. I like it just because it's flat, honestly. Now I'm going to take my Touchable Hold Translucent Setting Powder. Now I popped the cap off mine so I could use a baking technique. So before I bake with this, I always make sure any fine lines, wrinkles, anything is looking super smooth before I go in with this powder, because once you set it, you set it. So I just grab it like this, and then I'm just going to go right in wherever we use the concealer or wherever we feel really oily. This product is going to absorb any of that natural oil. So this is a really good setting product. Setting meaning like you just like when you bake, like you set the meal. So same thing is going with your foundation. You're setting the foundation, the liquid foundation, into place. So it's not going to move around, it's not going to budge, it's not going to transfer. So this is a really great product if you are not wanting a fuller coverage, but you still want something to be able to set the makeup into place if you have to wear a mask, which most of us do, or if you work around food, or if you live somewhere where it's really humid. This is a really great product to be able to kind of resist any of those elements that are trying to pull our makeup off our face. So I kind of pop a lot on. You can pop on less if you want it to feel lighter, look lighter, or if you have more dry skin. So now we're going to use our fan brush and just sweep away any of what's left over. I don't really let it set that long. The longer you set, the more drier it feels, if that makes sense, in my opinion. So I don't really let it sit for that long, but I definitely know people who let it sit for the whole time of putting on their makeup. So it all just depends. So I highly recommend you guys to give both ways a try to see what works the best for you. Do my routine so I'd listen to almost everything you say. It's awesome. I have mature skin and I use a stick foundation. I don't put the foundation on my eyes because of the eye concealer. I use both. Yes, absolutely. You can try both ways. Absolutely. Does your powder fall over you? Pretty much. But it's translucent, so it just like sweeps away. Mandy, I just explained. You're so welcome, Sherry. Yes, please make sure that you order from my website. It is the only way I get like credit for helping and for doing these tutorials, and also I do get a small commission from you guys doing so, which helps put food on our table. So instead of you shopping from Sephora and some big CEO who doesn't even know your name is getting that percentage, I appreciate you guys, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you. Like, I love you guys, and I try to be as responsive as possible to your guys' questions and comments and messages, so I so appreciate when you guys do message me. So if you need any help, please feel free to send me a message. Send me a selfie facing a window. I can give you a full recommendation. When you get your products in the mail, let me know, and I can walk you through the application again. Like, this isn't like you walk into Ulta and they sell you on all these makeup products, and then you get home and you're like, what do these do again? You can always send me a message and I can walk you through it, and that's why we have these live tutorials, so I can help you guys as we talk and as we do this live. So if you're new at doing your makeup, or you've been wanting to play around with it, what perfect time than when we're all home. Just know I'm here. Like, it's not like one of those things where I give you a recommendation. See you later, Susan. I'm here to help you the whole way until you feel your best. Love organza too. Yes, that one's the best for sure. Baking is going to set the makeup. Discount code. So there's no codes on the website, but you can save. I'm going to do my pressed powder while we talk, but you can do a reward link, which is under my website. Before you place your order, you're going to set up a reward link. It's super easy. You click create reward link, and then you change the name on it to your name. And then you shop from that link. If you're spending $200 or more, you're going to get 10% back in YCash. So it's essentially like getting a gift card to Unique for your purchase. So, but you only get that if the order is $200 or more. And that doesn't mean like it has to be just from you either. The links are good for 10 days. So if like you and your mom wanted to go in and you wanted $100 worth of makeup and she wanted $100 worth of makeup, set up a reward link and have her put her order under your link, and that way you earn the gift card, essentially. It's not a physical gift card. You log in and the points are already there for you to redeem. So it's really cool. It's not like half offs or anything either. It's literally like money, like YCash. It's amazing. The concealer is $29 and it usually lasts me for about 16 months. My issues with the setting powder that falls everywhere. Try leaning over more. Do you apply setting powder? I apply it wherever I get oily. So I don't really get oily on my cheeks, so I don't really set that area with that. My favorite liquid eyeshadow would probably be the shade Reverent. Got this lady. You're so funny, Julie. With all the depressing stuff going on, I usually watch one of your videos before I go to sleep. Aw, Lori, that makes my day. Should we do a selfie without makeup on? With or without makeup is totally fine. Thank you. Thank you, guys. For straight lashes, the lash primer and the Esteem lash serum is amazing. But again, message me and I can help you. Thank you. Don't be stressed about the pressed powders leaving. We have enough stock to be able to last us until the new pressed powders are launched, which the new pressed powders are launched in 2021. But we have enough stock of the current pressed powders to get us really close to that new launch date. And they will be restocking the pressed powders, you guys. So happy. Thank you so much. Try the concealer and the mineral powder today since I was running late with such good coverage. Yay! What's the difference between using the pressed powder and the setting powder? So setting powder sets the makeup but gives you no coverage and is translucent, so it's like white. A pressed powder is going to set your makeup slightly but give you more coverage. So the two together is going to give you the most flawless porcelain doll, lasts all day, amazing coverage. So if you've been like searching for that like perfect coverage that doesn't feel heavy, doesn't look cakey, doesn't look heavy, doesn't feel like you're wearing a mask full of makeup, that combo is incredible. When I use my powder, my fine lines under my eyes show worse. Can I use a setting powder? You can use the setting powder. You're just going to want to use less of it. Karen, something else that would help you is if you use the refreshing rose water to spritz your makeup. Thank you, guys. I need your powder brush. Message me and I can give you the link to it. Setting powder makes my under eyes look dry. So maybe try setting it with the pressed powder is another option. Also use less of it and spritz your face with rose water when you're done. I did get all the Prudent. Oh no, is it sold out? Did Prudent sell out finally? Yes, mineral powders are leaving, but not for a long time. The small blending bun. This one is small, the pink one. Can you use a pressed powder for oily skin? Absolutely. Highly recommend the pressed powder. But if you have oily skin, I cannot recommend the setting powder enough. It really does hold everything in a place. I missed your question. What was your question? 6%. Oh, I already read that one. Favorite foundation? Probably the Liquid Touch. Liquid Touch foundation and the pressed powder. If dry or under eyes have fine lines, what would you recommend for concealer? I would probably do the stick foundation in the shade Scarlet. It's really, really light coverage, which makes it easy. So if you were trying to find like a really good under eye concealer and the skin perfecting concealer was too intense for you, the stick foundation in the shade Scarlet would be the best option. To join to do what I do, I'm called a presenter with Unique. It's $99 and you get a kit of $450 to start you off with your business. But it's for like starting a business. It's not just like to get the kit. Because you would be a presenter like me, you get a website, but you lose out on hostess perks because you're not a customer anymore. So all things to consider. And if you're not sure what option is best for you, just message me and we could talk it through. Translucent, no, it's not being discontinued. Okay, I'm going to scroll to the bottom. Sorry, guys. Can't get my contour like you, right? So definitely for contouring, that's what I'm doing right now. This brush is so important, you guys. This is the tapered blusher brush. It is the key to getting a good contour. I'm using the pressed, Mineral Touch pressed powder in the shade Chenille for contouring, and it is so good. So tapered blusher brush, I tap in, I swirl into the cap, I tap off, and then this brush, I'm telling you, does all the work for you. And I love this color because it's matte, it's very easy to blend out, and it gives you this gorgeous like tan bronzy finish. But because it is a pressed powder, it's actually incredibly easy to contour with and to blend out. A lot of contours can sometimes be a little difficult to blend out, and this is actually a pressed powder, so we're kind of like tricking it. We're kind of messing around with the product. So it really does make it so much easier to apply. So tapered blusher brush, key, telling you, you have to have that brush. It's so, so amazing. So what are the kudos? Yay! What if you stink as a seller? There's nothing bad that happens. You just stop being a seller. There's no fines or penalties or minimums or anything like that. So they would be stocking the lighter shades. That's correct. It actually has the dates on there of when the restocks happen. Can you give me a match and best options? Absolutely. Sandra, send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a full recommendation. Thankful I'll follow you and present you too. Aw, thank you, Kay. So now I'm going to use my pressed blush in the shade Sisterly, and this is my favorite blush color because look at this. It really does speak for itself. I don't have to say nothing. This is such good blush. It is the perfect amount of sheen. It is the perfect amount of glowy finish. It's a perfect amount of flushness. It's almost the same color as my romper, but it's so, so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? So gorgeous. And I use the blusher brush to apply that, which that brush is retiring, so I would make sure to snag that if you haven't. No, the lip glosses will not be restocking. So if there is a lip gloss that you love that's still in stock, I would make sure to grab a few of them. The lip glosses are retiring, the lip bonbons are retiring, the Addiction eyeshadow palettes, the eyebrow palette. So make sure you grab any of those. The highlighters. So this is the Touch of the Mode Luminizer in the shade Lustrous that we just popped on. And I just put that on the highest parts of my cheekbones just for like a really pretty bronzy finish. And now we're going to do our eyes. This is my favorite. Join late. Yay. Hello. Hi, guys. If you could do me a really big favor, if you could click the share button in the bottom left-hand corner when you come on, that would help me out so much. If you guys are a part of any groups or pages or anything, if you know anyone who loves makeup, if you could share this to their page, I would be so grateful. And if you could hashtag shared in the comments, I would be so happy. Thank you guys in advance for doing so. My favorite lip gloss would be the shade Luxe. Sarah, if you need a color match or you need any recommendations on what products to get, I just need a selfie facing a window. You just have to email me or message me a selfie. So you just face the window, have the window in front of your face, and then turn your phone onto selfie mode. Point it at your face and snap a quick pic. You could be wearing makeup, no makeup, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to even be light out. It doesn't have to be sunny outside. It could be rainy, snowy, it doesn't matter. Just as long as it is daytime, I can give you an accurate color match. If you could take off your COVID mask though, that would be helpful because I do need to see your face. I've had a few people send me selfies with their COVID masks on. I'm like, I can't see you. I just see your eyes. I need to see your face. So send me those selfies and I can give you a full recommendation on what products to grab. You're the best. Thank you guys so much for sharing. You guys are so sweet. All right, so now for our eyebrows, I'm going to use the brow palette in the shade Medium. And I'm taking the Brow Artist brush for this. And we are just coloring in our brows. Doing your eyebrows, I think, is one of the most intimidating things in makeup. And I don't know why that is, but I'm telling you, it's so simple once you have the right tools. So one of my favorites, because it lasts forever, is these guys right here. So this is the Brow Artist brush, and this is the Brow Obsession palette, and this is in the shade Brunette. So what you're going to do is you tap it in the pomade, tap it into whatever powder you matches the best, and then you're going to take the angled side, and I just kind of press it here on the outer edge to kind of like line it. So if you follow your tear duct straight up, that's where it kind of caps off. No, Lucid will not. None of the lip glosses will be restocking. So if there's a lip gloss you love, make sure you stock up. Lustrous out of stock. Pearly. The color Pearly is very, very, very similar. Thank you so much for sharing. If you guys have any questions, if I missed it, just comment it again. And I'll try to catch it. No, the highlights will not be restocking. But they are launching 15 brand new products this year. So I have a gut feeling that one of them will be a highlight. They better be, or else they're going to hear from me. I have giant pores. I use a primer and setting spray. Any recommendations on what to use? I would definitely make sure you're using the mattifying face primer, the mattifying one. That one blurs pores. It's the only one of our primers that does. And then I would make sure that you're applying the blending buds. If you can still see your pores, you can also do what I did today of mixing your Liquid Touch and BB Flawless together. That, I'm telling you guys, is the best coverage ever. Okay, so for these brows, we're pretty much done now. And now for my eye look, I'm going to do something super simple. You're going to message me, Teresa. So you can press my face, a little window should pop down and you'll see my name. Click on my name and you'll be able to send me a message there. And if you still don't know, if you still can't figure it out, which is totally fine, we're not tech savvy, you can go to my website, rheahopebeauty.com, scroll to the very bottom of my website, and you'll be able to message me that way as well. Big powder brush, message me, Christina. How long do orders take average to deliver? It's usually 3 to 5 business days for them to ship out. Is baking too much for a 59-year-old? No, you can still bake. If you feel like it looks like it's too much, you can use just less of the product. Yes, the best way to message me is here on Facebook Messenger. So if you're familiar with Facebook Messenger, that is the best way to send me a message. My name on there is Rhea Coleman, which I pinned in the description. Yes, a lot of orders shipped today. How long do orders? Where do you get the big powder brush? Where do we send pictures? Is there a list on the site? What's retiring? I actually have a list on my Facebook page. So if you go to my page and scroll down, I have the full list of all the shades and products that will be retiring. So I have that still on there. I stopped using the bronzer because they retired it. But I really do love the shade Chenille. So for my eye look, that's all I'm doing. I'm just taking my pressed eyeshadow or my pressed powder in the shade Chenille, the same thing I contoured with, and I'm gonna pop this just in the crease of my eye and the brow bone, which this is actually really similar to the shade Gingerly in our pressed eyeshadow. So I'm taking my fluffy crease brush and I'm just swirling in this outside corner and then sweeping in along the brow bone. So same thing here in the crease and then along the brow bone, just like that. And then we're done. That's all I'm going to do with my eyes. I am going to line them as well. So I'm going to take my eyeliner in the shade Perfect, which this is my favorite eyeliner, you guys. It's so, so good. And I'm going to line both water lines with this. And I love this because it actually stays put. Doesn't build up in your tear duct or smudge or anything like that, which I love. All right, so now I'm going to take my brow palette and I'm going to take my, my liner shader brush. I'm going to take the liner side and I'm going to grab the darker brown that I used for my eyebrows. And I'm going to line my under eye with this, just to give it more of like a smoked out kind of cohesive finished look. When do the bonbons and glosses are retiring? As soon as, once they're gone, they're gone. So until supplies last. Where'd you get? I'm sorry, I'm looking through these messages. Is the foundation you're using as an eyeshadow? Yes, so this is the pressed powder in the shade Chenille. I used it as my contour and I also used it as my eyeshadow. They're just reformulating things. Aw, thank you, Brenda. So same thing with this product. So we're going to just use this multiple ways. So if you do grab it, another way to use it is as eyeshadow. So I'm just taking the darker brown in the brow palette and lining my under eyes with this. And this is the liner shader brush, which is my favorite, one of my favorite brushes. Okay, so once we've done that, now I'm going to take the crease brush and I'm going to take the highlight from the brow palette and I'm going to grab that and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner of my eye just to give it more of like a luminizing effect. Just right there. But you guys, isn't this fun? I love using products multiple ways. So brow is on our eyes and our eyebrows. The pressed powder is on our contour and our eyes. So many fun, easy ways to be able to really get the best use out of all your products. Where'd you get the hair clip? This is from Lounge. Okay, so now we're gonna do our lips and then I'm gonna set my makeup. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna set my makeup, then do my lips. And then we are going to attempt, where's the cap to this? Then we're going to attempt the false eyelashes. Who out there loves false eyelashes? Do you guys wear them a lot? Comment below. I want to see. How do you message me? You can tap on my face. A little description window will pop down and you'll be able to see my name. Click on my name and you're going to look for that little message box. It's just a box with a squiggly line through it and that's where you'll be able to message me. But you can message me here on Facebook Messenger, on my business page, however you want to. I check all of my inboxes. Just, you don't need to message me in more than once in different places. I check all of my inboxes every day. Yeah, you have trouble using them too? Laura, I'm gonna give you my outfit details over on my Instagram story as soon as I get off here. Yes, they will be doing a new bronzer. I'm not sure, I haven't heard anything about any new primers. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, right? The brow palette's great. I would probably do pressed powder if you can only pick one. Who asked that? Lizanne? When you can't see anymore without glasses, it makes it hard. I love lashes, but I'm not wearing them as often since I work at the hospital. Nice. Awesome, Rhonda. Lashes make me mad. Sometimes you figure out how to put them on. Fashion and lazy don't want to put them on. Gosh, your mascara is so conditioning your lashes. Prefer the false lash. Being conditioning your mascara is so conditioning for your lashes. Prefer the over. Ah, yes. Hair clip. So this is by a company called Lange. You can message me and I give you a link to it. Simmons, message me here on Facebook. Send me a selfie facing a window. Yay, I'm so glad. What are we using and what are we to use in place of primer? So I would use the mattifying face primer and the setting spray. You could actually use as primer as well. I use them together and swear by it. Dinner watching you. Doing your eyes. Oh shoot. I did the pressed the pressed powder in the shade Chenille on my eyes. Alright, so for my lips, I'm doing the lip liner in the shade Pouty. And I'm going to fill this all in. And you guys, these lip liners are the best. They're so good. They are creamy, they're matte, they're smudge proof. And if you haven't grabbed them, make sure you do because they are retiring as well. So make sure you snag it ASAP. So that was the shade Pouty. Isn't that pretty? And then now I'm going to take the lipstick in the shade Ritzy, which is this fun pinky color. And I'll pop that on top. And then I'm going to use my finger and blend those in. Like that. And now I'm going to take my lip gloss in the shade Lovable, which is in stock. And I'm going to top it with this. Oh, so pretty. Kind of like a fun pinky nude. I'm actually going to take my lip liner and Pouty one more time. And just draw over. And there we are. There's your lip look. Don't use them because I always get one for loving this look. Love the color. Yes. Set, prime, set. That's right. What brush did you use in your eyes? That was the fluffy crease brush. Sammy's and Brunette making dinner. Is Brunette already sold out? Love the lip look. How long does your lip liner color last? Usually all day. I never usually have to touch it up. Okay, so now that we're done with our lips, so again, that was the lip liner in Pouty, the lip gloss in Lovable, and the lipstick in Ritzy, which is a really fun pink. And then the sharpener is also retiring, so if you haven't grabbed that, make sure you do so. It's really important with the product. Okay, so now we are ready for these lashes. I'm not gonna lie, kind of nervous. But it'll be okay. If I can put these brushes in this holder. Jay's love ways. Okay. Get in there, dang it. There. Alright, so these lashes, that's what they look like. Alright, I do have my 4D and my Dip and Draw eyeliner. And then I'm going to be using the Duo Strip Lash Adhesive. And I'm going to pop it on my hand. Pop on a good amount. And then I'm going to grab the lash. And I'm going to dip the band in this. Make sure it gets on there really good. I am going to take this guy right here. This is a Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with aloe, but I just like it because it has this like applicator. I don't really like the glue, but I like the applicator. So I'm taking the applicator and I'm scooping up Duo and applying that on top, making sure that it really gets the edges. Okay. So now the key part of doing false lashes is making sure the glue is like sticky, is like tacky. It's really, really important for this part because if it's not tacky or sticky, then the glue is just gonna slide right off, and then this is when you're gonna get super frustrated with your falsies. For your makeup, step from pep. Oh yes, I already did. You're not putting a little mascara on first? No, I'm not. I'm gonna put mascara on after. So I am gonna wait just a few minutes. Usually blow on it. If you guys have any questions or if I missed your question, now is the perfect time to ask it. Hello, hi guys. I really like this lip color. It's pretty. I don't think I've done this lip combo ever. So again, that was the lip liner in Prudent, or Pouty, and the lipstick in Ritzy. I think this is where I always like get frustrated with lashes because I'm not a very patient person and I just want to put them on. House of Lash Glue, good to know. Aw, thank you, Claudia. You're so sweet. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? I think I'm going to use my tweezers, which are by Unique, and these are also retiring. Make sure you grab them. All right. You guys ready for this? I'm not ready for this. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to, and I've already trimmed them before I got on, so I'm just going to set it. And now I'm going to very slowly. Hello. Hi, guys. Very slowly position. Like I said, when I do these on other people, I'm like, slap on, you're good. But on myself, it's always so difficult. Oh, those are fun. Don't worry, it'll look better. I feel like you have to say that a lot during makeup application. Don't worry, it'll look better. It always does though, but I didn't wait long enough for the glue. I can feel it. It's like too slick. They need to create a glue that dries faster. I trimmed these. Oh wait, you might be right. Dang it, you are right. Good looking out. Who said that? Vanessa, you my girl. I trimmed them and then I set them down on the wrong side. Dang it. The fun part of being live. No, these are not from Megan's. Use a blow dryer. Good idea. You should pull them off. Alright. I got a better idea. We're gonna do both of them at the same time. That way when we're done, my husband's gonna come home and be like, "You're still alive?" Well, I decided I was gonna put lashes on for only the third time ever live. It's okay. No judgment. Does the 40 have built-in primer? No, not built in, but there is a lash primer that I highly recommend. It's really, really good. Yes, I do like the tweezers putting them on. So typically, I trimmed mine, which I should have like set them down. So when you have like your little eye thing, you can tell. But the shorter side goes in the shorter side, so it matches. So the longer side goes out. We are reformulating our makeup line to be more trendy and to be better. So if anything, it's a good thing. It's just annoying to watch, you know, but I have full faith in Younique. They have never let me down. I've been with this company for almost 4.5 years, and they really, really, really do have the best interests of customers and presenters alike. They're a brother-sister who own it, and they actually started it to help fund their nonprofit. And their nonprofit is called Defend the Innocents. And it is a camp, or a retreat rather, where women and children who have suffered sexual abuse can go and find counseling and find healing. And these survivors don't pay for anything. Younique does. Younique sends them. So they send them from, when you check out, I'm sure you guys have seen, when you check out on our website, it asks you if you want to round your order up. Please say yes, because that money goes straight to the Defend the Innocents. The Younique Foundation is what they're technically called. But it's really cool. It's basically Younique's heart behind the company. And that's why they started a makeup company, to fund that. So that's really where their heart lies, which I think is a really cool cause. Okay, so we put that on. Woo! These are real intense. Okay, so now I'm going to take this right here and this corner needs it real bad. So I'm going to pop that on there like that, and I'm going to leave it, and then I'm going to press it on in a second. You can also set up a reoccurring payment. So that's what I do. So every month I make a donation, and it's automatic, which is really cool. So I never have to like think if I have or not. It just automatically does. So you can do that as well, and you get to choose the amount. I mean, even if you donate $1 a day or $1 a month, like you can set it that low, or you can set it as high as you want. But you can set up a reoccurring donation. And so that's an option as well. But if you want to read more about it, it's called the Younique Foundation. And their latest kind of campaign is called Defend the Innocents. Kind of similar to the Me Too movement, but more geared towards women and children. All right, so that side definitely wasn't wet enough, but it's okay. My husband isn't here. He took the kids to run errands. Like, they're not getting out of the car, but the kids need fresh air. So he likes to take them in the truck, just drive around. They love it. Oh, I spoke too soon. They're pulling up. Aw, thank you, Georgina. You're so sweet. All right, I'm like pressing and holding so they dry. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my eyeliner, and we're going to draw a eyeliner on top to really kind of make it look even better. So another thing that I like to do is I like to take my fingers, and then where the band is, I'm kind of like pressing this on my eye, and I'm taking my fingers and I'm kind of grabbing at my eyelashes and the band, and I'm kind of like smushing them both together like this. Kind of pushing like that. Now this side needs a little bit more on this inner band. I don't know if I'm like a huge fan of these lashes. The band is kind of thick, but we're gonna make it work. I know, they're really long, huh? They're kind of fun. Thank you. I don't think I'll ever be the type of girl that wears lashes every day. But I definitely know a lot of people that do. And they like throw them on so fast. I'm sure it's like anything else. Once you like get used to it, you just can do it really quickly. I am not there yet. Well, our lashes missed that part, never came on. So these are just like false lashes. So it's like a strip of eyelashes. But I've been asked to do this for quite a while, so ta-da! All right, so I'm gonna take my my eyeliner, my Dip and Draw eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and I am going to kind of do a liquid liner right on top, and it's just gonna give it more of a normal look, like they belong, especially on this inner corner. Same thing there. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you prefer the 4D better than lashes? I think I kind of do. I don't know if I love these. They're a little long. Yeah, my real lashes are really long. So this is another trick too, putting on mascara after you're done kind of puts it together. You're not like supposed to, because it does make the lashes not last as long, like reusing wise, but it's an option. So it's all personal preference. Yeah, you guys prefer the 4D, huh? Me too. Yes, much easier, much faster. That is for sure. But they are very dramatic. I'm not gonna lie. Woo! Yes, me too. I think I prefer my own lashes, but these are fun, right? So that is kind of trial and error how to apply eyelashes. Ta-da! But like I said, if you guys need any recommendations or you guys need any help or you have any questions on makeup or hair or skincare, whatever, just message me and I would be so happy to help you. All of what I've used besides the lashes are available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Send me a selfie facing window if you need any recommendations, and I will see you guys over on Instagram stories for the rest of the day. So let me know what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys over on Instagram. Remember to go over there, Instagram, search Rhea Hope, and then go to the profile picture and click that, and my stories will begin to play. So I'll see you guys over there next. Bye.